Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with a controversial view of Blow Up. Controversial View is the series in which Jason from Horrific Nightmares and I watch and discuss controversial movies and TV shows. The controversies vary from film to film and episode to episode. In today's controversial view, we take a look at Michelangelo Antonioni's Blow Up. Released in 1966, Blow Up stars David Hemmings, Vanessa Redgrave, and Sarah Miles. It's a giallo, but not the black glove-clad slasher kind. Nope, Blow Up is certainly something else. There is a complexity to the film that many often overlook or don't understand. And while there are, of course, some that say it's boring, the majority of viewers consider it to be a masterpiece. I'm in the majority for this one. I think it's Antonioni's masterpiece, but this is not a review. It's a C-View, a controversial view. On the left is my Warner Brothers DVD edition in the old school snapper case. On the right is my Blu-ray edition from the Criterion Collection. I love this movie, and I think I've watched it maybe 5 times leading up to the filming of this video, and that's within just a couple of months. Blow Up pulls me in deeper and deeper every time. This film makes you an accomplice to what happens. If you immerse yourself into it, it's like you become part of the story. You don't just watch Blow Up, you experience it. But you're probably thinking, what's the controversy? Although I know there are quite a bit more I could discuss, I'm sticking with 2 for this video. First, Blow Up is reportedly the first British feature film to feature full frontal female nudity. It makes sense. As I said, it was released in 1966. That's a pretty big fact. A huge accomplishment, if you ask me. The first British feature film to show it all. That full frontal female nudity, by the way, includes 2 actresses in the same scene. And while that fact alone is worthy enough for its own controversial view, there's another I'd like to discuss. Now, from this point on, I must warn you. There will be spoilers regarding Blow Up. If you have not seen this movie and would like to without spoilers, please go watch it before watching the rest of this video. Do come back though, because I'd love to know your thoughts on this controversy. Ready? Here we go. David Hemmings, who many people will recognize from another giallo, Dario Argento's Deep Red, plays Thomas, a fashion photographer in Blow Up. One day, while strolling through the park, snapping photos, he catches something he probably shouldn't have seen. At first, he doesn't even realize it until he's developing the photos later. It appears that a murder took place in the park that day, and Thomas has evidence on film. He blows up the negatives to get a clearer look. There is what looks to be a body in the bushes, and across the way, a hand holding a gun. Thomas returns to the park at night to confirm his findings, and sure enough, the body is there. Without spoiling more than I have to, I'll say, through a series of events, Thomas loses the evidence. When he returns to the park a 3rd time, the body is gone. He knows what he saw, but he has no proof. So who would believe him? He's the only one who saw those photos. He's the only one who saw that body, as far as he knows. But if there are no other witnesses, is his sole perception reality? Blow Up features a group of mimes, who of course practice their own reality. Is what they pretend to do really happening, or is it just pretend? But if their perception is that it's real, then does that make it real? Basically, what it comes down to is the age-old question, or controversy. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? If a murder takes place, but no one can prove it, then did it happen? What makes something real? Is third-party perspective necessary? There's another really fascinating scene in the film that explores perception. Thomas finds himself in a club where the Yardbirds are performing. During the concert, a guitar is destroyed on stage, and everyone in the crowd attempts to get a piece. Thomas manages to get a hold of the neck of the guitar as he fights off others for it. He successfully escapes the club with the neck still in hand, but moments later he just discards it on the street. As he walks away, leaving it behind, we see a random stranger in the background walk over to it, pick it up, and drop it back to the ground. The piece of the guitar has now lost its significance. Thomas had wanted it inside the club because others wanted it. It was perceived to be important. Once it lost its significance outside the club, he no longer wanted it. And to the random guy on the street, it had no meaning at all. It was just trash. It's a sequence that seems to confirm perception is reality. Then again, on the other hand, you could argue it's the opposite. Perception and reality are two separate things. And that's the quandary. That's the controversy. This is an interesting topic to me, and I could probably go on for hours talking about it. But I think I'll leave it here. Again, fair warning, there are people who find Blow Up to be boring. I don't agree. I'm with those who consider it to be Michelangelo Antonioni's masterpiece. If it's not for you, that's fine too. This is just my controversial view. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. Have you seen Blow Up? This 1966 giallo from Michelangelo Antonioni. If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. More importantly, I'd love to know your thoughts on the controversy, perception, and reality. Which controversial movie or TV show will we view next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.